Hello, hello, howdy do. Welcome to Esperanza Vence, where we play the tarot cards and make random Radiohead covers and smoothies and talk to dogs. I'm just shuffling up these little cards here for our full moon in Scorpio that we just had a couple of days ago. That full moon was on Monday, the 26th, and that fell at 7 degrees of Scorpio. So wherever you know Scorpio is in your astrology chart, that's the part that's going to be activated right now, especially now that it's a couple days later after the full moon. Then these things are going to start to come into effect. I actually would have done this reading on the full moon, but that Scorpio full moon, man, it brought a Scorpio back into my life, and we were hanging out. So I didn't quite get a chance to do this when I had intended. And then the next day, I bumped into some other old friends, which was, oh, here we go. 2 of Wands popped out. This is going to be crowning our spread, okay? So the 2 of Wands energy is like crowning our spread here. See if I can get that light right. It's too bright. There we go. That's not so bad. You can see. 2 of Wands is going to be the energy that crowns this spread. Then we're going to do a 6-card tarot reading. And we're going to look at the bottom of the deck to see what's coming up in the near future. The 6 cards that I pull are going to be the cards that are surrounding our energies right now. This is a collective reading for all of us. I'm just pulling in the energies of the moon itself. So Scorpio full moon, Scorpio full moon. You're going to have to pardon my fingernails. I'm back to work and I'm a manual laborer, so my hands are kind of like perpetually dirty all the time. I hope you had a good full moon. I loved mine. We'll see what comes of it. So we'll do our 6 cards. Scorpio, Scorpio full moon, Scorpio full moon, tarot, tarot, tarot. Scorpio full moon, what do you want to tell us? What are the energies surrounding me and all of the wonderful, heartfelt people that watch this video? Anybody watching this video, take the best and leave the rest, man. You know, just like anything. This is a general reading, non-specific. However, I have to say, like, the past few readings have been pretty accurate as far as I'm concerned, from the feedback I've gotten from the 5 people that watch my videos. It's been pretty accurate. So even though it's a general reading, I think that those of us that are interested in stuff like this and those of us that watch channels like this, we can all catch a vibe together. So not a lot of cards are jumping. I'm just going to go ahead and pull the 6, all right? Hope that all fits in there. We shall see. You'll get the gist of it. And then remember, we gotta catch the bottom of the deck for those vibes in a little bit. So we have the 2 of Wands crowning the spread. The 2 of Wands energy is gonna be like how we spoke about the last video. You have the world in your hands. Wands are energy of creativity, passion, probably even romantic passion it could be, but it's usually more creativity. Wands to me represent 100% creativity, fire energy, any type of get up and go energy, any type of that kind of just youthful fire. So you have the Two of Wands here, you know, we have the Merchant who's wearing, you know, pretty sly outfit right here. They're standing on top of what looks like a castle, you know, and they're kind of like looking out onto the horizon, onto their lands, their ocean. We're going to assume this all belongs to this person because the person has the world in their hands. They got one wand on standby, and they got another wand that they're actually lifting up and saying to themselves, hey, what's out there? Like, I'm commencing this passion. I'm commencing this activity of passion. The Ace of Wands is the spark, and the Two of Wands, the next card here, the Two of Wands, is where we start to get these ideas and we start to think about where we're going to go with it. Okay, we got the Five of Wands reversed, the Knight of Cups reversed, the Knight of Swords coming in here, hot, Justice, Queen of Cups reversed, and the Six of Swords. Okay. This is the energy that is all surrounding us right now. So I'm going to go ahead and move the Two of Wands this way so I can read this as a total. Oops, there goes everything. That's all right. We're all amateurs here, right? Pretty cool. Okay, so Two of Wands is crowning the spread, even though I'm putting it on the bottom. And here we go. We have the Five of Wands reversed. Five of Wands is energy of kind of a creative, again, we have that Wands energy, that creativity, that passion, that fire, that orange sacral chakra energy. Okay, so that's going to be like the energy that gets you up and moving. That's going to be the energy of your passions, of your hobbies, energy that has to do with any type of creative pursuit or any type of sort of fresh ideas that you get in your mind, but it has to be not just intellectual ideas. This is something that you're passionate about. This is something that's heartfelt. Five of Wands upright generally signifies a kind of a playful tussle, kind of a playful exchange of if you could imagine, I mean, look at it. It's kind of like these kids that are just kind of playing, you know, they're banging their sticks together, but they're just playing, but they're not really going anywhere with it. There's no sort of organization. They're just kind of like banging their sticks together like teenagers, you know. The Five of Wands reversed energy is not so playful. This is an energy of people's creative ideas kind of clashing, and actually not coming to fruition. We have the Nine of Cups reversed. Nine of Cups reversed is still a pretty good card because Nine of Cups means that your wishes are coming true. But the Nine of Cups reversed means that maybe you made a wish. It's giving me this energy of be careful what you wish for, because you speak to the universe and the universe answers you, but depending on the semantics, the logistics, the linguistics, and everything else like that, like say you make a wish and you say, I want a man right now, for example, and the universe gives you a man right now, but he's broke, unemployed, all around terrible person, you know, so on and so forth. Like, you need to be pretty specific about your wishes. You will get your wishes. The universe hears you, but the universe does not discriminate like what you're saying. So it might be wise to just wish for the best, or wish that the best for me will come to me type of thing, and kind of leave it open-ended, because with the Knight of Cups reversed, we have to be really careful what we're wishing for and what we're putting out there, because what we get back might be a little bit twisted. Six of Swords, I really like this card, even though it looks super somber, but I've always loved the Six of Swords card. Swords have to do with like ideas, thoughts, kind of just any type of information or anything intellectual. Gemini energy, for example, any type of air energy. So, you know, Gemini, Aquarius type energy I'm kind of feeling here. But Six of Swords is a card of sort of like, you see how they're, the mom, well, I'm going to call her or that person a parent, and then their child. There's like a parent with the child, and then the other person rowing the boat. Maybe they're a family all together. Maybe that's one parent, that's the other parent, and that's the kid. Maybe that's the driver, and these are the passengers. But either way, they're moving out of these kind of like more active waters into calmer waters. Okay, so water represents emotions, the swords represent thoughts, ideas, feelings, and these swords are stuck in the boat, and they're moving away from these turbulent waters into calmer waters and greener pastures over across the way. So Six of Swords is a card of definitely moving from a bad situation towards a better situation, leaving sort of negative thoughts behind. Obviously, these people are not like partying under the sun. They're not having a great time, you know, but they're moving towards a better future. And I really like that energy. And here we go with the swords again, the Knight of Swords. So we have some information coming in and coming in quickly. A Knight of Swords person is a person who is definitely quick, blunt, not afraid to say what they mean. You could receive a message. We could receive, since this is a general reading, it could be something in the news, something on television that just comes quickly and blunt. And you know, this is like that don't shoot the messenger type energy, because the Knight of Swords upright is very honest, very forthright, but they're also very blunt, very brash, very quick. They don't really care who is offended by their words or ideas or thoughts. They're just blasting it and letting you know, man. You know what I'm saying? So look for a person in your life that maybe has blonde hair. Knight of Swords is again air energy, intellectual energy, perhaps a Gemini and Aquarius, or you know, you definitely with the Knight of Swords want to, I mean, this is upright, so we're taking the more positive energies of the Knight of Swords, but even as a positive entity, the Knight of Swords is still like pretty blunt and pretty brash. So just take it with a grain of salt. If somebody tells you something to your face that you'd rather not hear, just understand that like it's just a message. It's just a message. Don't take it personally, because that air energy is very impersonal. It's not passionate. It's not emotional. It's just trying to get the info to you. So if you receive a message within the next, like, say, because these readings are just real, you know, just right now. Like, we're living in the moment in these readings. Every reading I do is not like for the month or anything like that. It's like for the week. Like, it's right now. This is what we're feeling right now. These are the energies surrounding us right now. So if we receive some sort of message that is just like, it's true, but it's not necessarily what I want to hear, you know, don't shoot the messenger. Don't worry about how the message was delivered and who from. Just take the information and go with it. Because coming in here, we have Justice. Now, Justice is an energy of, again, we have the sword here, so we're working with our intellect. We're impartial, okay? We're balanced. This is Libra energy. Definitely seeing both sides of the story, seeing both sides of the coin, you know. Justice is obviously pretty self-explanatory. Justice shall be served. Now, whether or not you're on the right or wrong end of justice, that's again an impartial, it's just the facts, ma'am, as they said in that show back in the day, like, just the facts. Justice is a card of definitely karma, but less destiny and more free will. So justice is a card of like the choices that you've made coming to fruition, and you know, where the chips fall, they fall. If you have been working with the planets in your astrology chart, like for example, Saturn came in my mind just like that. Like Saturn is a planet that some people find difficult. Um, it depends again on what side of the coin you're at, but this is a card of comeuppance. This is a card of, if you've been doing the work, if you've been paying attention, if you've been responsible, then justice will be served in a positive way for you. And if not, vice versa, you know? Queen of Cups reversed is a card of someone, generally someone with a lot of feminine energy, but it doesn't have to be a woman. It can be male or female person, but Queen of Cups is usually actually a person, whereas Knight of Swords for me can be information simply coming in. Queen of Cups is usually a person. Queen of Cups reversed is going to be a very emotional person, um, someone who's not in control of their emotions, because the Queen of Cups upright, see how she's, I hope that's in focus. See how she's in control of the cup, and see how she's sitting so still and so peacefully. Well, now everything is topsy-turvy. Now everything's turned upside down. Her emotions might fall out of the cup and the ocean might fall down. Okay, so Queen of Cups reverse is going to be somebody who's not in control of their emotions, somebody who's maybe overly emotional and making a situation exacerbated when they don't really need to. Queen of Cups reverse can be somebody that is manipulative. Queen of Cups reversed can be somebody who means well, but they're way too extra. You know those people that are like narcissistically generous, if you will. Take that however you want, you know what I mean? So what we're going to do now is we're going to read this basically as an entire culmination, like a sentence of like what's happening. Because for me, when I read the cards are just very, very literal. They just talk. Okay, so we're just going to go through it like a sentence. So the energy that's crowning the spread, so basically the general overall energy that we're working with is Two of Wands. Two of Wands is going to be just looking out onto the horizon and seeing what's next. You're in a good position to make some creative moves forward, but you're in a time of thought and contemplation. You haven't quite taken the step, but you're just about to. There might be some sort of creative tussle that turns into an actual argument or fight. It's nothing dreadful, but it could be annoying. Nine of Cups reverse means that you made a wish and the wish came true, but it might not be what you actually wished for. Luckily, we're moving forward away from some of those negative thoughts and negative situations that may have occurred due to our, our creative group together. Maybe these are coworkers, maybe these are people that you're in a band with. It could be family members, but generally the wands are going to be like your compadres, you know what I'm saying? Like your compatriots, your peers, if you will. So, if you're kind of like having a little bit of a creative differences with your peers or your coworkers, and you already made this wish that's not going quite well. Luckily for us, like, we're moving into calmer waters, so we can use our heads and stay above water. There might be some information or a person coming in who's a little bit blunt, but they're truthful, and we should hear what they have to say. Justice is going to be served, so we don't have to worry about that. There's an impartial entity in our life that has our best interests in mind. Unfortunately, there is going to be somebody who's just slightly overly emotional right now in our lives, and we're going to have to deal with that energy. It could be us. It could be us that are like taking things too seriously, taking things too much to heart. You know, this there's a lot of air energy in this spread, but there's like a couple of cups and some wands. So the energy is kind of balanced. What I'm noticing is that there's absolutely no pentacles here. So we're not thinking about money right now. We're like in our thoughts and in our feelings. Okay. Let's look at the bottom of the deck and see what's coming in the near future. Ooh, Judgment reversed. Judgment is a card of resurrection, and Judgment is a card of basically the dead coming back to life. So whatever was sort of dormant in you that you let go for too long, you can resurrect it. But Judgment reversed, excuse me, is not a positive card. And, you know, go figure. It's a Scorpio full moon. Scorpio is really deep energy. Scorpio is really that deep, internal, emotional stuff inside. Think about the planet Pluto. If you are familiar with astrology at all, you know that Pluto is making a lot of aspects currently, and Pluto is the type of planet that I associate with Scorpio because Pluto is the planet of like deep transformation, deep, deep, deep. I'm talking like issues from childhood or generational issues deep. So again, we have this sort of backwards ass energy to where like if you made a wish and it was the wrong wish and it is coming true, well, the judgment occurs here for us on this full moon in Scorpio. Judgment reversed is going to be that like the good guys don't always win, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Like the good guys don't always win. I mean, sometimes from the universe is very impartial. So what we consider to be good or bad or evil or heavenly or this and that, the universe is just like, it's this or it's that, like whatever. So for those of us that are watching this video, what comes about, what the final answer is, what the final word is, like the final word that the they who is they gives us, we're not going to be happy with it, those of us watching this video, because judgment reversed means that like something's off here. You know, we're not just resurrecting the dead that deserve to be brought back to life, we're resurrecting the dead that like don't deserve to be brought back to life. So keeping that in mind, as far as this Scorpio full moon is concerned, if people are coming back into your life, for example, any type of Scorpios might be coming back into your life. I know it happened to me. This might not be a resurrection of anything that's necessarily healthy or good for you. It's just a resurrection, you know? So you just want to keep that in mind. And it's a deep moon, you know? For a lot of people, it's going to be like either 100% positive or 100% negative. There's really not a lot of in between with Scorpio. So either you've been having a really good time the past few days or you haven't. I can guarantee it. And even if you have been having a good time, like I've been having a really good time these past couple of days. Now, have I been doing things that are necessarily healthy for me or right or righteous? No, I haven't. So there you go. There's your full moon in Scorpio tarot reading. If you would like more personalized reading to where I can sort of get a little bit deeper into your personal astrology along, because I like to like mix your personal astrology along with the cards that we pull together. Like I would never just pull cards for you. Like we would have to do this together. This is a collaborative situation. Obviously on YouTube, I'm just sitting here, just me, but I'm hoping that all of us that are watching this together or sort of collaborating together with our ideas and our thoughts and everything and our feelings and our prayers, I do feel that energy surrounding me when I do this. However, if we want to get a little bit more in depth and a little bit more personal, you can go ahead and hit me up on my website. There's a support page, and you can go ahead and put your information there, and then we'll like work out what type of schedule we can make for an appointment to do a personal tarot reading, because I get really deep into the astrology. I tell you more about your astrological chart, and the cards that we pull are only going to enhance that information. So I really appreciate you listening, and I really appreciate you joining me here on Esperanza Pense. Love you very much. Take good care. Peace.